What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Path of the Network Marketer. It is day 27, episode 27. All right, so if you're brand new, you might be wondering why I always number the episodes at the beginning. And I'll explain that in today's episode, actually. But again, if you're not already following, go ahead and follow the show. Go ahead and subscribe, whatever it happens to be, on the particular app that you're listening on, because we do have a new episode every day. And as you can see, I number them. We're on 27 today. For those of you following on or watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe. Those of you on Facebook, hit the follow. And if you're brand new, welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. For my existing listeners, welcome back. Welcome back. I number these episodes, because my short-term goal is to get to at least 100 straight episodes, right? And you might say, well, short-term, 100 episodes is not short-term at all. And yeah, you know what? It actually is. 100 episodes is 100 days. That's just shy, a little bit over 3 months. And 3 months go by very, very quickly. And so I want to get through 3 months of episodes, of doing an episode every day. And that's my, again, short-term goal. And so it just helps me to keep track of things, to number them. Now, you might be asking, why 100 episodes? Actually, the bigger term goal is to be able to kind of do an episode every day for a year, because that's bonkers. But at least 100 episodes consecutively every day, because, well, that's what I've heard people say to do, right? Right. I got into podcasting and doing videos on YouTube because of Russell Brunson. He's responsible. It's his fault. Russell, if you're listening, which I know you are, it's your fault. I've listened to his Secrets trilogy, and in one of those books, he says, well, if you do a podcast every day for 100 days, you'll never have to worry about money again. And it's a bold challenge. It's a bold challenge, and I really wanted to put it to the test. Number one, and really, I think it kind of, I don't know how many people go into podcasting in particular, or doing a video every day in particular, like vlogging every day. But I would wager that they don't really, it's hard to get past an X number before kind of tiring out, right? Like with videos, I started doing a video a day challenge on YouTube back in June or late May, and I got to like I got into the 70s, as a matter of fact, and it really, like, life happened. There was a an event in my life that really kind of derailed that, and it kind of petered out from there. And so, yeah, it's not an easy thing to do. I think the challenge in itself, and like the craziness of it, is that, yeah, you just stick it out. And those that stick it out, really, if you can make it to 100 days straight of publishing anything, then you start to stand out from the herd, right? You start to stand out from the crowd, because, again, not very many people, number one, are crazy enough to even try, and number two, have the stamina to stick it out. And so I like to challenge myself with this, whether or not I ends up with the result that Russell said, that I'll never have to worry about money again, which I don't really, because I'm already have a thriving network marketing business. But whether or not, as a result of doing an episode a day, it ends up, I'll never have to worry about money again with the podcast. It's just, that's actually secondary for me. It's seeing if I can do the challenge, right? If I have the fortitude, and it makes me stronger, it makes me more disciplined, and that, the ancillary benefits of that bleeds over into everything else that I do, right? Again, it's all about doing, like, I think, a success formula, part of the success formula at least, is to do things that other people aren't willing to do, or aren't willing to do in the long term, right? So sticking something out and having the stamina to push through when it gets tough, when it gets difficult, when you don't want to, like I'm on, like, this is episode 27. I don't know how many people would last. This is almost 4 weeks, almost a month, right? That's a lot of episodes, and it's a lot of time dedicated. I don't know. I think it really is, like, for me, it's a challenge to myself, to remind myself of what I'm capable of, and really, there's that part of me that's like, you should ease back, maybe do 1 or 2 episodes a week, et cetera, et cetera. But, like, that's just my unconscious mind wanting to stay comfortable. And for me, I always want to kind of push my own personal limits, because it reminds me again of how little I've tapped into what I'm actually capable of. And so as a result, you end up then standing out in the marketplace because you've done something crazier that very few people have even attempted to do, right? And I think that's why people who kind of do these kinds of challenges and stick to it for 100 days plus end up being successful, and perhaps that's why they never have to worry about money again. So that's why I number these episodes. It might be something that you might be interested in. I can talk more about it in a future episode, but I just wanted to explain that to you guys because you might be thinking, well, it's so weird that Ronnie numbers his episode at the beginning of every show. And that's why. So that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow. Until then, be well, be safe. I'll see you in the next episode.